Yo, what's good with y'all? In today's video, I got the how to make Sukuna's domain expansion. You guys know I'm kind of doing like a whole domain expansion series right now, going through all the different Jujutsu Kaisen characters, domain expansions that are, of course, covered in the anime and stuff. I don't read the manga, so don't even ask me nothing about that. But yes, I'm gonna be going through all those and stuff. Thank you guys for all the love and support I'm showing on my channel. Really do appreciate it. I'm close to 6,000 subscribers. By the time this video is out, I'm probably at 6,000 and stuff. So go ahead and thank you guys for that. And yeah, appreciate all the love, all the people who've been subscribing to my Discord server, joining the Discord server, new channel subscribers, new channel members. Appreciate all the love and support I'm showing. And let's get straight into the video. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna really, most of the explanation is really gonna be explaining the model, like the VFX and stuff. Because scripting honestly isn't much stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, it did take me a minute to do this. Okay, so first things first, the links to this VFX first, I did not make these. I didn't make the VFX. People continue to get back to me to make VFX tutorials. I do not make VFX nor animations. I get all this stuff in the toolbox. I am simply just a scripter. Just let people know. But anyway, so I have a link to where you guys can get the Malevolent Shrine as well as the spear. Now, okay, so I'm gonna have to break down exactly what I did because I did a lot of customization to this, but this no. Okay, so first things first, if you go to the toolbox, right, you go to like models, and then I think if you type in like Sukuna domain expansion, you guys should find this exact model. It's one of these. I don't know if maybe it's like you may have to search like different things. Let me see. We're gonna scroll upward. I don't, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Not that one. Okay. I might have just typed domain expansion then. I might have just typed domain expansion and then just searched. So if we do domain expansion, right? You could just search for it and then like just find one, and then you're just looking for Sukuna's domain expansion. If I can find it. That's pretty sure that's the same one. Yeah, that's the same one. Okay. Gojo's domain. Oh no, sorry. Type Malevolent Shrine. That's what you need to do. I don't even know how to spell it. Malevolent Shrine. That's what you need to do. Just type Malevolent. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this one. Yeah. This one. This one. Then the one by ETG stuff, right? You want to get this model. Just type Malevolent Shrine, and you should see this come up, right? So you're gonna need that, right? You're gonna need that. The only thing I did to this, like, I think I did some customization to it. So I think like I deleted some things. I believe I'm pretty sure like I deleted some things. So oh yeah. So I ungroup. So like I took it out of the part, right? So like I pretty much just did this. I reparented to the workspace. Um Now aside from that, I'm anchored everything. Like you want to make sure everything is anchored, right? That's what you want to do. This is mine. You want to make sure all the parts inside are anchored. Can collide can be turned on. May have some issues, but I left it off. So I would recommend just leaving can collide off. So make sure all the parts are anchored inside the Malevolent Shrine, right? And then you want to make sure it's a grouped model and it's named the Malevolent Shrine. Once you're done with that, put it inside a server storage. Like I said, I'll have a link to it in the description and stuff. Now for this is I kind of made this in all honesty, but sort of. So let me explain. Okay, so if you type Gojo domain expansion, right? Because really this spear is Gojo's. It's really from Gojo. It's really it's the spear from Gojo's domain expansion. I literally just customized it. That's literally what it is. So you could do like domain expansion or like infinite void. Okay, yeah, no, this one. Domain expansion v3. So what I did was I took the spear, right? Just delete all of the effects. Like you want to really just delete like literally everything except the spear. So like children, and then just delete everything, and then boom, you're just left with a spear. You're just left with a mesh part that's a spear. And then yeah, that's really how I got it like this. I just changed the color. So I changed the color of it, right? The spear is the domain. I changed the color and obviously the sizing and positioning and the transparency as well. So here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like and stuff. Here are the properties for sizing and positioning, because I definitely know you guys are probably going to want to do that. Make sure it's anchored. Can collide is turned off. We're going to add walls so that players can't leave. And like I said, make sure it's anchored and all that. And actually the transparency is supposed to be set to 1. We're just going to we're going to change the transparency via tween, right? And then we have, so that's just so name that part spear and then put it inside of a model named domain. So just control G to create so you can just press you just press like control G to create a model, name that model domain, and then put the spear inside of it, right? because we want to move everything at the same time. So this is the spear, right? Like I said, set its transparency to 1. I showed you guys all the properties, so you guys can just copy all that. And once again, it is a mesh part. And then we have our walls. So if you watch my first basic domain expansion tutorial, you guys will see that it's pretty similar. So they're literally just regular parts. They're anchored. Can collide is turned on. You need to make sure can collide is turned on. They're anchored, can't collide is turned on, but transparency is set to 1, obviously, because you don't want players to be able to see, and it just ruins the whole, aesthetic of the domain. So this is of course, make sure they're trapped inside of the domain stuff. So you would just move them, scale them however way you want, so that players cannot escape the domain. So you guys can really just do that whatever way you want. Just, because a lot of stuff you can really do it, it's up to you on how you want to go about doing it and stuff. You want to generally do what I'm doing, but of course, you may be using a different model, so you may want to scale it a different size. And okay, I'm good. And stuff. But once you're done, set transparency to 1, and boom, just like that, you're done with the walls. And then this, and then sorry, let me go over the water. So the water, so I literally just went into the toolbox. I just typed water. I'm not gonna leave a thing for this because I don't really think I need to leave a link to get simple water. I'm pretty sure it was just this one, the realistic water and stuff, right? Or it was the water block, one of those two. But pretty much it's really just a or not a regular price, sorry. It is a it's I think it is actually just 2 parts just put together. I don't know. But the point is, it's just a part. The point is, though, it's just a water part I got from the toolbox. So to search for a water part, right? Because you guys know in Sorcerer's Battleground, which by the way, credit to them, that's what I based this domain expansion off of, is Sukuna's domain expansion in Sorcerer's Battleground. That's where I got the inspiration from it from. So I just got the water block. I just scaled it. So of course you want to make sure it's scaled. You guys see how we want it to fit inside of the whole domain. So just scale it and stuff. It'll probably more than likely be bigger than the spear itself. But yeah, so you just want it so that this is what players will walk on, because water, right, you want to make sure can collide is turned on for water as well as it being anchored, because this is what the players are going to stand on. The walls are to keep them trapped inside, but the water is to actually keep them just standing on something, right? And then lastly we have the domain expansion effects. So this is pretty much just the slashing effects and stuff. So anyone who's played Sorcerer's Battleground know, when you get trapped inside of Sukuna's domain, it then there's the slashing thing. So here's what it looks like when it's enabled. We're gonna enable it via the script once I figure out where is it. Okay, so boom, that's what it looks like, right? So we're gonna enable that for a couple seconds and stuff. So to get this, also I'll leave a link for this in the description, but I think honestly if you just type domain, because I didn't even change the name, so domain expansion FX, I think if you just, okay, maybe not, I'm trying to think, I think I just typed Sukuna, yeah, that's what it was. I typed Sukuna and then Sukuna FX, then you just get this. I think it's delayed because I've done this before, and then it well, the point is, you just get that, and then you simply just parent it to the domain. That's all you gotta do. And then, well, the last thing you'd have to do is do select children. Where is it? Select children, and then for all the particle emitters, you just want to make sure that they are not enabled. Scroll down to see enabled, and then disable them, because we're gonna enable them via the script. And then you want all that, the walls, the domain expansion effects, the sphere, and the water part to be parented to a model named domain. And then you want to put both the domain and the Malevolent Shrine inside of server storage. Just to clarify, Malevolent Shrine is the little building with the horns and all that stuff that will be behind the players using the domain expansion. The domain itself is the actual parts that keep the players trapped inside. And we got the water, the invisible walls, the effects. That's just to differentiate between the two. And then of course we have a rig, so we can test it on. Look, avatar, rig builder, select your preference, and boom. Now we can go ahead and get into the scripting. So first things first, let's insert a remote event into replicated storage. We're going to name set remote event combat event. Boom, we're going to open up starter player, insert a local script. One more thing I actually forgot to mention. Of course, you're also going to need sound effects for realism and stuff. So this is the first domain expansion sound. This is, of course, when he's opening the domain and stuff. Literally just search up domain expansion. You'll find both of these sounds. And then the second sound is for when he's using a slash attack. And then this is, of course, when the player is getting slashed. So for these, just search up domain expansion. You'll find both of these. This, I think I searched up slash or hit. One of the two. But yeah, you'll find them in the toolbox. Anyway, let's go ahead and create some variables. First things first, we're going to need to get some services. We're going to get we're gonna want to get the user input service first. So let's do local UIS is equal to game get service user input service. Then let's get the sound service. Sorry, let's get the tween service first. So local TS is equal to game get service tween service. Then let's get the sound service. Local SS is equal to game get service sound service. Right. Then I'm gonna get the combat remote event. So local combat event is equal to game the replicated storage wait for child combat events. And then lastly, I'm going to get the local player. So local player is equal to game dot players dot local player, right? Then I'm gonna set up the first function. I'm gonna say UIS dot input began connect with function in parentheses put input comma processed enter if input dot user input type is equal to enum dot user input type dot keyboard and not processed, which means the player is not typing in chat. Enter then if input dot keycode is equal to enum dot keycode dot e or whatever key button you guys want to go with. Then enter combat event fire server in quotation marks. For the name of the event, we're gonna go with Malevolent Shrine. So I went for Malevolent Shrine for the name of the event, but you guys could really go with I don't know, like Sukuna's domain expansion. It's really up to you. But yeah. Y'all give me 1 second. I think. Oh, okay. Anyway, moving on to the next function. Let's see. How do I want to go? How do I want to go about this? Okay, so now I know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, so let's do combat event on client events connect function. In parentheses, you're going to put event type comma arg1 short for argument number 1, right? Because we're going to be doing some of this stuff on the client side because remember we're changing the player's camera. Well, if you haven't played the Sorcerer's Battleground, you wouldn't know, but yeah, we're going to change the player's camera temporarily. So we're going to say if event type is of course equal to same thing, Malevolent Shrine, right? Is equal to Malevolent Shrine. Then we're going to create some variables. First things first is the attacking character, self-explanatory. Use the argument number 1, and then of course the player's character, like the local player's character. So whoever's being affected by whatever is about to occur. Then player dot character, right? Then I'm gonna say if in parentheses attacking character dot humanoid root part. We're gonna probably do this like 3 different times. Not gonna lie to y'all. Dot position minus character dot humanoid root. Sorry. Part that position go on the outside of those parentheses and put dot magnitude is less than 20, but mess around with the number. In all honesty, this is just an estimation. Like I just eyeballed it. Like I honestly don't know. I didn't really I didn't test it to where it's like I to see like the exact range it needs to be. So play around with this number just to make sure that all players trapped inside of the domain are being damaged and not any players outside of the domain are being damaged or affected, I should say. So from there, you're going to say enter, right? And then we're going to create a color correction. We're going to say this is to create like a tint, since like the what's it called? What's it called? Like it's going to like change the color of the screen to be like all black. So we're going to say local color correction as equal to instance.new. And put color correction effect. We're going to parent this to the lighting. Remember, since this is on the client side, this will only affect the players that are trapped inside of the domain, as well as the person using the domain expansion. So I'm gonna say color, or sorry, not color 3. I'm gonna say color correction dot tint color is equal to color 3 dot new. So by default, you want it to be white. So 1, 1, 1. By default, you want it to be white, so that it pretty much it actually won't be anything. Like people won't even be able to tell until we change the color. So then we're gonna set the tween. We're gonna say local tint tween is equal to ts create. You're going to put the color correction for the instance, then comma tween info dot new. As for the duration, I went with 0.5 seconds. I recommend you guys do everything exactly the same as I do, and then if you want to change stuff, do it at the end, and that's if you know what you're doing. I'm going to say enum dot easing style one with linear, comma enum dot easing direction, and then out, then put a comma in between the parentheses, space, special brackets to create a table, and then I'm going to say tint color is equal to color 3 dot new, and then we're now going to do black. So 0, 0, 0. Right, and then of course we're going to place at tween. Then we're going to definitely be using a lot of task.waits. So we're going to say first task.wait 0.5 seconds. So pretty much when the tween is done, I'm going to say workspace.current camera dot camera type. We have to switch it, so we're gonna say it's anim dot camera type dot scriptable, so we can change it via scripting, of course. And we'll say workspace dot current camera dot cframe is equal to cframe dot new, right? Attacking character dot humanoid root part dot cframe times cframe dot new 0 0 and negative 6.5, right? Then you can, oh sorry, you're gonna go on the outside of it and you're gonna say like in between the parentheses, you're gonna say dot position, right? Then you're gonna say comma attacking character dot attacking character dot humanoid root part dot position, right? And then once you're done with that, move on to the next line. And then we're simply just gonna put another task that wait. So for this, you're just gonna say task that wait 1.5 seconds, right? And then you're gonna create another tween. So you could just copy and paste this tween, Control C, Control V. And then with this, you're going to want to simply just name this tint tween 2. So this is the second version of what we did the first time. You're gonna want to change this to 1, right? You're gonna change the color to back to white, so you can just do it like that, or just set it to 1,1,1, right? And then still out, or I guess shouldn't the first one really be in? I guess we could try with the first one being in, but it's up to like that's really optional though. You guys like it don't really matter honestly. Then I'll play the sound effects, right? So after that, I'm gonna say domain expansion to play. This is pretty much when we're activating the slash or activating the slash attack. Then I'm gonna wait 2.5 seconds, so 2.5, and then once we're done, we're going to set the players. We're gonna set other players' cameras back to normal. Workspace dot current camera dot camera type. So here you would reset it back to whatever your default camera type is. Most people's camera type will be custom, right? But you can set it back to whatever your default one is. Then we move to the server side, so we can go ahead and rename the script. I just forgot to name the script, so rename it combat script in parentheses put local, right? Then we're going to insert a server script into server script service. Boom. We're going to rename set script combat script in parentheses put server, right? I'm going to delete print hello world. We're going to make just a couple of variables. We really just need the tween service. So we honestly need the tween service and the sound service, so we could really just copy and paste this, save ourselves some time. Control C, Control V, boom. And then also, get the combat remote event. So boom, and just like that, we have all of our variables. So then let's say combat event on server events connect function. In parentheses, you're gonna put PLR short for the player, comma event type, enter. You're gonna get the player's character. You're gonna say local character is equal to player dot character. Then you're gonna say if event type is equal to quotation marks Malevolent Shrine, enter, right? Then you're gonna say SS domain. Now make sure you're selecting the right sound effect. So we're doing the first domain expansion, like the what originally started. Then keep in mind my timing is synced up with like how long the sounds are, how long you have the effects going for. So keep in mind if you're changing something, like if you're using different sounds, I don't know, like different particle emitters, whatever, then you may have to change the wait time stuff on both the local script and the server script. So that's up to you and stuff. So that's why I'm just recommending that everyone does it exactly as I've done it and use like the stuff I've used, because you more likely will have to change stuff if you use different sounds. So we're gonna wait 1.2 seconds, right? Then I'm gonna say combat event fire all clients, and then we're gonna send over the Malevolent Shrine events, right? And then we're gonna send over the character that's attacking, right? Then I'm gonna say test.wait 0.5 seconds. I'm gonna make it so that the character can't walk. The reason for this is that they obviously, we don't want them moving and stuff. Like when all the players trapped in the domain expansion, camera switches to the player, you don't want them just walking around and stuff. You want them being right in front of the shrine. That's why I have it set so the shrine will spawn right behind them. So then I'm gonna clone over the shrine. I'm gonna say local I'm gonna say Malevolent Shrine. Got that wrong. Shrine is equal to game the server storage dot Malevolent Shrine. You're gonna clone it, right? Then you're gonna say Malevolent Shrine pivot to, and you're gonna say character dot humanoid root part dot c frame times c frame dot new. Then you can say -1, right? You're gonna say -1, comma. So I went with the -68. Now I know there's pretty big numbers. Well, that's technically not a big number, but it doesn't matter. And then so I went with -68 and then +65, right? And then once we're done, you're gonna say Malevolent Shrine parent to the workspace. Then we're going to clone over the domain. So we're gonna say local domain is equal to game.serverstorage.domain clone. Same thing. You're gonna say domain pivot to. So this time you're just gonna parent the domain to the characters humanoid root part. C-frame. So you're gonna say C-frame, right? And then you're gonna say domain.parent is equal to workspace. We're gonna change the water. We're gonna say domain.water.cframe is equal to character.humanoid root part dot cframe times cframe dot new -1 comma -3 comma -1. Boom, right? Then we're gonna set the domain tween. So I'm gonna control V, sorry, not control V. I'm going to go copy and paste the tween. So control C, control V. I just don't feel like, I always just never feel like retapping the tweens. So we're just gonna rename this to domain tween, right? Control C, control V. So as for the instance, we are going to set this to the spear. So make sure you do domain.spear, remember? The spear inside of the domain model. As for the duration time, we're going to change this to 1.5 seconds, right? Linear out, obviously we're changing which properties we're modifying. So for the properties, it's going to be transparency now. So transparency is equal to 0.5, right? Then we're going to play the domain expansion. I mean the domain tween. Then we're going to wait 1 second, wait 1, boom. Then I'm going to set the character's walk speed back to normal so they can freely move around again. So boom, or whatever your default walk speed is. Then we're going to wait another 3 seconds. So wait 3 seconds, and then we're going to set up the damage with the sound effects. So first thing first, we're going to enable the effects. So we're going to say for I comma v in pairs, and then you're going to say domain expansion fx get children, right? You're going to say if v is a particle emitter, right? Then enter, you're going to say v dot enabled is equal to true. Let me just double check. Okay, I'm good. So then you're going to go after that. So once we've enabled all of them, once we have enabled all of that, we are then going to set up the damage. So we're going to say for, just to not get it confused, we're going to say for other characters, plural, comma, other character, singular, right? In pairs. And then we're going to simply just do workspace, get children, enter, right? And then you're going to say if other character, find first child, humanoid, right? And other character dot name nil equal to player name. So of course we're not damaging ourselves or the character attacking. And then we're gonna say same thing. Let's really just copy and paste this from the client side. Where is it? Yeah, you just need this part. And once again, like I said, play around with the magnitude. So boom. Of course you're gonna want to change the name. So character, so change that to character, and then change this to other character. Of course, right? So character minus other character dot magnitude. Then boom, once you're done, then enter. You're gonna use a for I loop. We're gonna say for I, and it's equal to 1 comma. I went with 8, but it's up to you guys for how much you want to go. 1 enter, right? So it's gonna do this 8 times. So we're gonna say ss dot. Then we're gonna play our slash sound effect each time, and then we're going to damage them each time. So of course it's not gonna be a lot of damage since we're doing this 8 different times. I'm gonna say other character humanoid. That health is less than equal to. I went with 3, right? And then of course you're going to throw in a task.wait. So task.wait 0.2 seconds. That's enough time for the sound to play, those for the damage to take effect. You can also add in effects to the you can really add in animations, effects, better sound effects, more sound effects and stuff to make it more realistic. I'm just generally giving you guys the blueprint, and then you guys can add on whatever you want. So then you're going to go after it, and then you're just really going to copy and paste this. Control C, right? Control V, and then you can change this to false, right? And then it no, that's actually kind of funny. I actually just realized something. I completely forgot to add the part where we make the domain disappear, like getting rid of the domain. I just realized that. I thought I finished everything. Oh well, I guess I'll just figure it out now. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's do it like this. So after this, we're gonna wait. Let's say 3 seconds. We're gonna wait 3 seconds, and then we're going to do another 20. So Control C, Control V, and then just change this to 2. This time, you're gonna want this to be in. You're gonna want to set the transparency to 1 for this. This would be, so if it's a spear, we need the spear on the water. Maybe I get everything. Okay, yeah, let's do this differently. So we're gonna say for IV in pairs, right? We're gonna say domain get children, boom, right? And then we're gonna then throw this in there. So I can just copy that and then throw this in there, and then just change this to V, boom. And then we're just gonna make everything transparent. But we also need to do the shrine as well. The shrine is gonna be, see, the shrine is difficult though. I'm not gonna lie. The shrine is kind of difficult because it has a whole bunch of parts and everything. Yeah, because it has a lot of parts and stuff that's like grouped together, all weird. Like, okay, well, not weird, but just organized. Okay, so probably the best thing to do, not gonna lie, would be to ungroup all of this stuff. In all honesty, like that's probably the best thing I can honestly think to do. Would be to just ungroup all this stuff. So take everything out, like, and parent it to like the shrine, like the shrines made, or not, wait, or not the, sorry, not the shrine. Parent it to like the Malevolent Shrine, like the main model. So don't have any models inside of said model. That's probably the best thing to do. Not gonna lie. So sorry guys, I should have figured this out prior to the video, but I thought I did, but I forgot. So yeah, you're just gonna parent all that to the shrine. Once you're done that, boom. So it's gonna look, it's honestly gonna look messy and stuff. Now you could have left it the way it is and then just set it up so like you go into each model individually and you get each instance, but that's a lot of work. So I would honestly think you guys would prefer to do it like this. So yeah, so we're gonna do it like that, and then we're gonna set up another twin as well. The domain get children. Okay, so while we do that, we are also going to want to do, we're also going to want to just copy and paste, honestly. Control C, Control V, change this to 3. It's the 3, and oh, also change this to can collide. Also add can collide is equal to false, so that the players are able to walk through everything. We're going to change this to 1, and then we're going to change this to Malevolent Shrine, get children, and then yeah. Transparency 1. We don't need to change can collide here because can collide should be off by default. But if you have it on, then add it. Okay, so this should be good. We can go ahead and test this. Make sure, like I said, I didn't. In all honesty, I literally just I like all this. I literally just top of my head just now. So we'll have to see if everything works. But as always, if you guys want access to any of my scripts models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. Definitely recommend you guys join. Everyone else, all my channel members and Discord subscribers are loving it. But let's go ahead and test. Okay, so you guys see the rig get damaged. So if I press E, you guys show the Ryoki Tenkai. Boom. Okay. Things are looking pretty good so far. Not exactly how I wanted it, but transparent. I feel like I spelled this wrong. Transparency. Domain dot spirit transparent. Wait, no, party name transparency for object spirit. What? I spelled it transparency. I'm confused. That's literally the same word. Oh, I forgot the C here. Okay. Are we missing something? Like, where are the walls at? I just realized. It's like I can't even, like, I don't. Or not the walls, the spear. I just realized. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, so make sure you spell transparency right, unlike me. Okay, so if I press E, boom, so it fades in, as you guys can see. Boom. Okay, everything is looking great. Okay, there we go. Everything is looking great. And I did it again. Okay. Oh, it's because I copy and pasted it, of course. So yeah, so just make sure you fix your spelling if you made the same mistakes I did. Just make sure you fix your spelling, honestly. Might change the spear transparency in all honesty, because it does look like it's just a little too transparent in all honesty. So maybe just change transparency to like 0.2 or 3 or something. I wanted it to be a little see-through. I didn't want it to be, just completely like just utter darkness. Okay, now let's test. Okay. Okay, there we go. Everything is, well, that was weird because like it didn't do damage, but everything came in. Pause. Everything loaded in and everything. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. That looks good. And then it's gonna fade out. There we go. Okay, yeah. I can mess with that. And then of course you're gonna want to destroy it, because all of that is in the thing. So you probably would just want to add in a little like you would want to wait. I would just do on the safe side. I would just wait like 3 seconds and then just clear everything out. So domain destroy, Malevolent Shrine destroy, boom, and yeah, and stuff. So yeah, like I said, that's how you make it. If you guys need any help, join my Discord server. Link can be found in the description and stuff. The models, so the VFX models should be found. I should include them in the description and stuff. If I forgot, someone let me know and I'll add them and stuff. Next domain expansion will probably be Mojitos and stuff. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.